Okay, so let's get started. Yes, Manish, you are right. Why we are using this, I will also tell you. Okay, so guys, let's quickly start about this. So let me share my screen. I hope I am clearly audible to everyone. Now, why this Python is very important? Okay, so Python is very important because Python could be used anywhere and everywhere. Okay, it is something like if in हमारे सब्जियों में we have आलू ना जो कहीं भी set हो जाता है. Similarly, we have Python which could be set in anywhere, if whether it is quantum computing, whether it is AI, whether it is cloud computing, or whether it is IoT. So you can think about IoT devices if you know, right? So even I have also created some project where we have some IoT devices in the front end. Okay, in the front we will have some IoT devices. We have to do some coding. If you know about Arduino, if you know, then that's great. You will have to write something here. It is very similar to C, how you write in C. So if you know basic, I think you already know about C. So it is very similar to how we write in C. Very easy to write code in Arduino. And then in backend, if you want to have a very complex logic, so writing here sometime could be a little bit difficult for you. So there you can use somewhere Python. Okay. Now here in the backend, you will use the Python capability, and then you can do and you can make something great. So means if something will happen in this IoT device, let's say if it is a sensor you have, then behind this it will call your Python logic, whatever you have, and this will do something. And even if you can integrate it with Python, then further you can also integrate it with a mobile app. Okay, let's say directly you can integrate, even directly also you can integrate with mobile app, but doing with Python is a little bit easy and it is very flexible. So I have also created an application where we have some IoT devices. I can control these IoT devices just from the mobile app, and this is a similar thing which you have seen, I hope, nowadays in the market. We have IoT devices. We can very easily control it from our mobile app. Okay, let's say if we have some button in mobile app, as we will press this button, something will happen in this IoT device. How? Somewhere in the between, I can use Python also, because integrating let's say to create this mobile app, I have used Flutter. So behind the scene, to integrate it with Flutter, Python, it is very easy. Okay, you can use some APIs and you can do it. And now integrating it with further with the coding you have done for in Arduino, that is also very easy. Okay, so now it is something like middleman which you have created. Without Python also you can do, but Python makes things very easy. It is something like middleman. Now this IoT device you can completely handle from your this mobile application, and it is a similar thing you have seen about if you have listened about a smart home. Okay, you know about smart home. Okay, so these kind of things you can create from yourself also if you know about Python. Okay, let's say if you know about Python, you don't know about Flutter, that's fine, but at least you know about Python, so you can create an application with Python also. Okay, we can create web applications, we can create multiple desktop applications with Python, and that also we can connect it with. Similarly, if you want that something will happen according to your voice command. Okay, so let's say you want that you have some IoT devices which you currently have. Okay, you have some IoT devices that is pre-created. You don't have to worry much. Everything would be there. Those IoT devices you have placed them wherever you want. Then in between again you are using Python. And now here you have done some coding on Python, and you know Python is so flexible that even if you wanted to create some voice assistant, so it would be something like you are here. Okay, you are here. You will just give some voice command. Now you don't have to even click a button. That also you can do with Python. We can create application if you know. We can create application with Python. We can manually go there and we can click button. Something will happen. So we can create that also. We can create web application or something like that. But let's say if you wanted to make it more easy. Okay, so you will just give some voice command. Your Python application, whatever you have created, Python app, it will understand whatever you are saying. It will convert this into text. Okay, and then from here it will convert some token. If you know in AI we have, otherwise just forget it. It will just create some word, you can say. Okay, now you have done some here your logic, your Python logic you have let's say you have created here. Let's say if you say this, then do this. Let's say if you say please turn off the light, so light should be off. Okay, if you say please turn on the camera, I wanted to see the camera which is there in my home. So as you will see, home, as you will see camera, as you will say on. So these are the keyword or token which you will say. Then your Python will understand it, and it will behind the scene send a request to your that IoT device that please turn on this particular camera. So IoT device will open it, because IoT device don't know how you are doing it. They don't have this capability, but with Python you can do. So it would be something like with Python you can create an application. This would be your particular application which you can create with Python, especially with Python. And now here you are here. You don't have to do anything. You just have to give some voice command. Okay, let's say if you are saying that you wanted to play some music, so it will play a music from Spotify, let's say. Okay, if you ask it that please go and please turn on the light in my room, so you can ask it that please turn on the light, turn on the light. Now here in this case, your Python, whatever logic you have written, okay, it would be a logic which you will write. For that, the basic Python knowledge should be clear. Now it will go to your IoT device, it will integrate it, and it will turn on that particular light. Other than this, if you will ask, even now you have one more capability. If you will ask your Python application that please, whatever name you wanted to give it, let's say Alexa or something, as you will ask it that please do this thing, let's say to write a website for me. Okay, go and write or code a website for me, which will have which will be a store, let's say a web store of book or whatever you want. And all of these things you will say. Now Python have capability, even other languages also have the capability, but Python is very simple and straightforward. Now it will go behind the scene. Now this time it will go behind the scene and integrate with ChatGPT, if you already know, and then ChatGPT will create some code for you, and then you can, if you want, then you can deploy that code and you can work on it, right? So like this, you will just have your one application, Python application or assistant or whatever you will name it. It can also do anything. It can go to IoT device also. It can go to ChatGPT. It can connect with any other application you have. Let's say if you wanted to open, let's say if you are saying that please go and search this thing in Chrome. So it will open Chrome and it will search for you. So anything you want, everything this particular assistant will have capability, because we are using Python and Python have capability for anything. These days you are also learning about cloud computing. So you can also say like, bro, please go and launch a EC2 instance for me. It will automatically go and call this Boto3 library we have for working on AWS. Similarly, for other also we have even CLI commands also, you know. So you can directly go, it will directly log into your AWS account and it will directly do something for you. Let's say it will launch EC2 instance, or you will say anything. Let's say you wanted to start a server, web server, you wanted to deploy something. Let's say whatever website you have created here, you wanted to deploy here. Everything you can do just from this one assistant. Okay, so I hope this agenda is very clear. Okay. Someone is saying my screen is not visible. Oh my God, wait. So, sorry guys, I think, yeah, it was not. Now I hope it is visible. Okay, sorry guys. So I think I was not sharing this screen. So this couple of things, again, I don't know if I will have to draw. So this is a very simple thing. This person is here. Let's say this is you. Okay. And here you are speaking something you want. This is your application. This application, what it will do is it will have capability. It can connect with Spotify also. It will connect with another application also. Let's say Chrome. It will have capability to connect with your AWS account also. It will have connectivity to connect with IoT device also. It will have connectivity to go to ChatGPT. Let's say if you wanted to create a website, will go and it will create a code for you. So all of these capabilities this will have. Okay, why it Python is a good language for this? Because Python is one of the language which can integrate with anything, almost anything you want. Okay, so that is why even here you can see it can connect with your IoT device. It can connect with your ChatGPT. Let's say if you want that it will create some website for you. You can ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will create something, will give some code back to you. Now this you can forward to your AWS account, and you can also configure your web server. Okay, the best way for this would be if you you will learn in future about CI/CD pipeline, if you know. So this would be the best way. Means you will create something for it. Now from here you will you will start your pipeline. Now that pipeline will automatically do all the stuff for you. It will automatically launch, let's say, some server. It will automatically deploy your thing. It will automatically give you some web, link. You will just see it. So you can get some CI/CD pipeline also. If you don't know, you will see in future about this. Okay, we have multiple tool on this. We have GitLab, Jenkins, and a lot more. So this is one thing. So I hope till now the agenda is very clear how we are going to do it. And Python is one of the language which have very good capability that I was talking here, that Python can also, you can also create a website. Means when you will click something here in this website, then this will happen. But you can also integrate with a voice assistant. So you don't have to type and you don't have to manually go. You just will give some voice command. That's what we say. Okay. And as you will give this voice command, it will automatically do everything behind the scene for you. And that's why we call it as assistant. Okay. Because this will be doing everything for you. Or that this is a kind of thing which you can create and which you can even work on. Okay. Similarly, if you know about someone have used Alexa, if you have used, okay. So if anyone of you have used Alexa, means the device which we have, okay, this Alexa device we have, it is something like this. Now, how this even works? So you can think it is something like a device, okay, a hardware or IoT device. Let's say you can think. Now this device is doing nothing. It is just doing one thing. It will just, whatever you are saying, it will keep on listening whatever you are saying, okay, every time. And that's why it is sometimes very crucial also. Like if you have this kind of devices in your home and you are saying anything, it is keep on listening you. You don't know, but it is keep on listening you. And keep on behind the scene, it uses internet and it keep on sending whatever you are saying, okay. So it would be a voice. So whatever voice you are saying, it will keep on going to the AWS. Because this Alexa is from Amazon, means they have created it, so it will go to their AWS cloud. Okay. Now this voice, they will convert here. They have their machine learning algorithm. From there, this voice, they will convert it into text. Okay. And as this text, they will convert. Now they will understand what this text is and whatever I will want. Let's say I want it that Alexa, please go and let's say play a music for me. So this text will understand, it will go again by internet, it will go to, because I have already signed into my Spotify account from Alexa app. So it will go and it will just play a music for me. It means it will just initiate, like please go and play. As it will play, whatever sound it will make, I will again attach it to this device. And now this device will play. So it will look like this device is very intelligent, but the intelligence of this complete device comes from their AWS algorithm, whatever machine learning algorithm they have created, which understand whatever we are saying. Okay, this is how it works. So this is also an assistant. And similarly, if you know about other assistant, that's how all of them work. Means they have just given you a hardware, from there it is working. Similarly, if you don't want to give hardware because it will come up with some charges, that's why this device, which come Alexa and all, they come up with 3K or 4K charge, something like this. But if you don't want to pay this much, then now you can use software. And that's what we are going to build. So this would be software which will be integrated to your mobile phone. Let's say this is your mobile phone. Okay. Now this would be integrated somewhere with this. Now this mobile phone already have all kind of devices which it need. So we don't have to buy anything. This software will capture whatever we want. It will go to internet. It will decode whatever we are saying, and then it will give us the answer according to it. So now in this case, they are normally very free. That's why you will have seen, if you have Google Assistant, they are free. You can use it from your mobile because they are just giving you software. Okay, that's how it works. But these Google Assistant, this is how it works. And if you know about this device, Alexa, which I was talking about, this also have the capability to integrate or to connect with other device. Let's say a bulb. So if you have used, so this is bulb. Okay, so they will turn on this bulb if you will ask this particular assistant that please go and turn on this bulb. Before that, we will obviously have to connect them. Okay, so via common Wi-Fi, we will have to connect them. Okay, so that they can talk to each other and they can do. Even if you want this to let's say turn a switch on, so that also this device could be done. Similar thing you can also do if you have if you have just IoT devices, okay, which you have from your side, and then behind the scene you can use some languages like Python. And now the main thing about these assistant is they should be very intelligent. Means if I'm talking with them, let's say, hey bro, how are you? So whatever I'm talking with them, they should reply something. Okay, it should not be like they are just I'm just using some if else condition, so that whenever I say this, it will always give me a standard response, because this would not look good. And even in the past time we have created this kind of system, but now we want it very dynamic, that it should be something like whatever I say, according to it, it will understand the way I am saying it, and then it will respond for me. And every time I will ask same question, it should respond in a different way. Then only it will look a little bit real or human. Otherwise, it will look like I've just created some condition and then it is working fine. Now, in this case, what you can do is you can create your own AI or machine learning model, but you don't know about data science, you don't know about machine learning model, how to create machine learning model. Okay, you don't know about neural network, deep neural network, you don't know about deep learning and all. So what you can do is we already have one tool pre-created, which is very intelligent, which have billions of data. It is being trained from billions of data, so it knows when you ask something, then how they have to respond. It also knows that it will not give you the same response every time, because it has been trained for billions of data. So it knows at which particular case what you are saying, according to it, what will be the best response, and then it will respond. So we have something like here probability, like how whatever you are saying, which is near to that, then only that response only it will tell. And that is one other device which we are using, or tool which we are using from a long time, and is very famous, that is ChatGPT. Okay, so if you want, then you can create your own model. Okay, we have pre-created model also from Google and all, but this is one of the pre-created model from OpenAI. Okay, they already have this ChatGPT, and we know Python have capability to connect with anyone. We just need an API. Okay, and this ChatGPT tool which they are supporting, they have created an API. We can directly connect with this ChatGPT via this API, and we can do anything. Now the challenge is, till now, if you have used ChatGPT, then you go to this website chat open.ai.com, something like this, right? You go to this website, there you get an input box, you type something, you press enter, it gives you some response, and then you learn from it. But now you don't want to go every time here and there, because now your Python application or Python app is going to do. Means till now, what was happening is human was interacting. So human was interacting with a program. So in that case, we need some kind of user interface. Okay, and there could be multiple user interface. Let's say web interface, where we have website, or there would be application, mobile application. Okay, that is one thing. But when two programs have to integrate with or to interact with each other, so this is our program, which is our Python program, or which is our Python AI assistant, which you have created. So this is your personal assistant. Now this wanted to interact with, this is your ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Now here, this is your program. This is second program. Okay. Now this program is ChatGPT. Now whenever we have to, whenever a human wanted to interact with a program, we always need some interface. Okay, command line interface if you have heard about, web interface if you have heard about. So at least some interface we want, then only we can interact with a program. And now mostly we interact with the program only. Let's say, for example, I'm interacting with this Paint. They have given me some interface where I can interact with it, right? But now in this particular case, what I want is my program, which is our Python AI assistant, that will interact with another program, which is ChatGPT. Now in this case, they don't need any interface, website or application or these kind of things. They need API. Okay, and now how this API will work? Okay, how this will help them to interact with each other. Okay, so it is application programming interface. So you can see it is interface between two programs. How this will work? Who will create it? So now we are using this API to connect with this ChatGPT. So ChatGPT guys have created this. They have given this API. This is also something like program only. They have given this some capabilities. Like if you wanted to search something, then I have created a function for search. Okay, and so whenever someone will wanted to execute this search function, till now they were executing with the submit button which we have here. Now they don't want to do it. They just call me with on this API. I will execute it. I will give some response. Then I will give it back to the program one. And then when I will give this output, okay. So this is the input, and here we will have API, and here we have ChatGPT. So I will give some input, they will get some output. Now, as I will, this program will have some output. Now, this depend on this program what they wanted to do this with this output. They want to print this output in the screen. They want this output to be, let's say they want it that the speaker of your system or your laptop, it will speak whatever output they have given to you. So it will speak for you. It will print for you. You want it to send this output as a WhatsApp message. So we have some API for that also. You can directly WhatsApp that output to someone, let's say some of your contact. Okay. So we have multiple things. Now this depend on this program what they wanted to do. Main thing is they will give some input via this API, and this particular program or this particular algorithm, whatever they have created, this will give some output, and now this output will be used by this. Okay, so here we can use API. Okay, so today what I would like to show you, okay, it is something like you will have a Python app which you will create from your side, from very basic, from very zero level. Now this will know if I am asking something from ChatGPT, so which API to be called. It will know about this particular API. It will go, it will call this ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will do the functionality. ChatGPT, you already know ChatGPT can create code for you. It can give you the solution of any particular hard question. It can do anything for you. You know, ChatGPT have multiple things. Even if you know the know about daily do. Okay, so here also they will also give you an API, and if you could give some text or input, like go and please create an image where there would be a horse and a dog would be standing in the horse or something like this, whatever image you wanted to create, a dog, dancing dog you wanted to create. So you will get just some input. This Tele2 will create some image from it. If you know about Tele2, this is again from API, sorry, OpenAI. They will create some image, and they will also upload this image in some of their storage. Okay, so you know about S3 storage. Similarly, they will have some storage. Now they will have some storage, so they will have some URL where they have stored. So now this URL they will give back to your Python app. Now this Python app can show the output of this URL, or they will. We have multiple ways that we can show what we have this in URL. Or you can open this URL in the next tab, and you can see what image it have created. So something kind of this you can do. In future, not now, because you don't know about IoT devices, you don't know about Arduino programming. So not now, but let's say if in future we will learn. Then we also have a very great integration. You will have your IoT devices here. You will ask your Python app, please go and turn on this light. Please do. If someone come near my, like we have some sensors. Okay, let's say these sensors will detect if someone is walking in the night. So we have sensors which will detect, let's say, if someone is walking in the night. So as you will, as this sensor will detect something, it will come to your Python app. Let's say this Python app will trigger another sensor, which will be alarm sensor. So if someone will be walking in the night and your camera have detected it, let's say night vision camera have detected it, so this will create an alarm, or it will send some WhatsApp message, or whatever you want, right? So we have multiple things. Now this completely depend on how much broad thinking you have, because you have this, you know, this integration, and then you can do anything. So that is also possible. But if you know about Arduino programming, these devices, multiple things, and that's why here we here you can say why we call it as IoT, Internet of Things. Okay, because these are some hardwares, let's say we have. Okay, now we can they are the smart hardware, you can say. So with internet, or let's say your Python app is running in AWS cloud. With internet, they are talking with each other from their server. It is, let's say, in server somewhere in the internet. They are talking with each other via internet, because nowadays we have internet everywhere, and they are doing everything for us. So this is a very good overview which I have given to you, which you can work on. So till now, if you have any doubt, then let me know, then we can start. Okay. And then we can see how we can create something like this and why it is important. And even we have multiple startup also in the same field. If you want, then you can also come to the same point. Okay. You can also create some bots also if you know about bots. So means it is endless. Whatever you want, you can do. Okay. You can also use some face recognition. So this kind of project also you can create. Face recognition means if like your Python application will be so much intelligent, that's when a particular face, let's say you have some your face, when this face will come in front of camera, then only it will call this API. Otherwise it will not call API because it could be someone else. Or they don't want it interact with sensor. So you can use this intelligent also. It will first of all recognize your face, then only it is going to do. So we can do multiple things. Okay. We can create our own API also, Sahbaj Ansari. So if you know about something like Flask, if you know, okay. So you can create your own API. We have multiple more ways. Means you can do the coding of your own API. You can create your own function and classes for your API. But for now, you don't have to worry much. ChatGPT already have created their own API. We will be just user of that API. So we will just use them. Okay. So it is something like we are the one who do the coding. So we can code also the complete code for this API, as well as if someone have already coded for us, so we can directly use it. So both the thing we can do. Okay, that's how it works. Even we can create our own also. We can do. Yes, we can create so many application, Ankit. Yes, you are right. Thanks, Ankit. Yeah. Excited project, right? Bapu, we can create something like this. Yes, it is similar to Siri, Google, and Assistant, which you create normally. Yes, we can integrate this particular Python with almost anything. Okay, that's why they are so much like they are like middleman. You can put them anywhere in between. You can also like whenever we have a mobile app. Okay, so in mobile app, normally whatever frameworks we get in mobile app, they are very good to create the UI of mobile app, like some buttons, some animation, something. But in backend, what your mobile application is doing, let's say your Instagram have some good UI, but in backend it is doing behind a lot of things. So now in backend, all of these things are written in some languages, let's say Python, let's say Java or some other languages. Okay. So in backend also for a mobile app, you can use Python. Even you can create a complete website also with Python if you know. Okay, complete website with Python. Obviously, you should know basic HTML, CSS for the front end. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, if you know for the front end, that's great. Otherwise, in the backend, you can use completely Python. Okay, and if you know about one more framework, we have Dash framework. So in that, even we have Python, what we say, functions with which you can create website. Okay, so even if you don't know much about HTML and all, so they have their own function with which you can create. So we have Python Dash also. So these are all the framework of Python. Okay, what are framework? We will discuss somewhere in the future if needed, but now it is not a topic for us. Okay, so yeah, it is very exciting, and now we can go ahead. So after this, and why I'm showing you all of these things, I will also explain you in the last. So first of all, if you are using Jupyter Notebook, then that's great. Otherwise, start using Jupyter Notebook. Me personally always love Jupyter Notebook because writing code and everything is very easy, as well as the UI is very cool. You can do the same thing in VS Code also, where you can create a normal Python file and you can do your code. But normally what I do is, because I really love the Jupyter Notebook, I just do my complete code, because here we get an option. If I wanted to run a particular code only, then I can write it in a cell. I can run it, rest of the code I will not run. Okay, when I want, then I will run. So I can use Jupyter Notebook. Once I think my complete application is ready, my complete code is ready. Okay, now running this Jupyter Notebook manually would be a little bit hard for you, because every time you have to do manually. So in this case, I can convert this Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook. So currently the extension, whatever you will create, let's say your this is app. So the extension would be IPYNB. You can convert this into .py file very easily. We just have a single command to convert this complete Jupyter notebook of Python file. And now you can easily run this with, if you know about Python command, so you can directly run this python app.py. It will run this complete Python application for you. So at the development time, you can use Jupyter notebook. Later, you can convert it into Python, and then you can work on it. Okay, so Jupyter is love. Yes, Jupyter is love. So always use Jupyter notebook, and this makes things very easy. But if you are working on Flask or Dash framework, because when I am working on them, so that directly in these cases, I directly work in VS Code. In this case, I don't use Jupyter notebook. But in when you are working on machine learning, AI things, all of these kind of things which I am creating right now, you can use this. Okay, so what we can do? So just give me a second. I think let's create a new file, Python 3 file. So first of all, let me know you already aware about Jupyter Notebook. Yeah, similarly, Jupyter Notebook, we have Google Colab also. Just the difference is whatever I am going to run now, this is going to take the hardware and the resources of my own computer or my own laptop. But when you will be doing from Google Colab, so Google would be giving you the resources and all. So you don't have to worry much. Okay. So that's how it works. So first of all, let's see first of all, like I wanted to create an assistant. Okay, assistant should be something like that. I don't have to do anything. We will just give a voice command. It will understand our voice command. Then it will give us output. Now output also, I don't want to look into my screen every time. I want that it will speak. It will speak the output. Let's say I'm saying, hey bro, how are you doing? So it will say, yes, I'm doing great. Something like this, whatever. So how it will speak in a good way, for that we have to use a machine learning algo. In this case, we will be using ChatGPT. That's a different thing. But at least we want it to speak something. How I can connect my Python with my speaker. And that's where also Python is very cool. If you want, then you wanted to connect your C++ code with Python. Okay, if you want it to be done, you will go and you will search for it. It will be very hard for you. There's multiple libraries, a big code you will have to write, and then only you will be able to connect them. So that whatever CPP code you will connect it with, sorry, not Python, it is a speaker. Okay. Now with Python, it is very easy because some great guys have already created some libraries for us. Okay. How to create our own library is very simple. We will see if required in future how to create our own library. We can create our own library also. In companies, when you will be working, you will create your own library. So there are some libraries which are already created. You can just use it. There are just 2-3 lines. Just use it and just do your job. Okay, so that's why it is very fast also. Now, one of the library which I would be using here, I think this one. So just give me a second. I think I have opened it somewhere. Okay. So yes, this is a library which I would be using here. It will help us so that it will connect it with our speaker, and then it will also speak for us. Okay. So you can see this text to speech conversion library in Python. Means I will just enter the text, it will speak for me. Okay. It work offline, means it don't require any internet or something. Even if you don't have internet, then also it will work. Okay. And it is compatible with both Python 2 and Python 3. So normally we are working on Python 3 now onwards. So we will use Python 3 only. Now, first thing is you can install this particular library. Very easy. You can go to your command prompt and you can install for yourself. So for me, it is already installed. I hope so. So it will see it is already installed. But for you, you will have to install. Okay, it is asking me to upgrade my pip. That's a different thing. But it is already installed for me. Okay, so now it is asking that you have to import it. So we can import this particular library. I think the name was right. So now we can import this particular library, and then I can use Shift plus Enter to run this particular cell. And that's why I love this. You just don't have to run the complete code. You just want to run this particular thing. So you just write in a cell and you just do Shift plus Enter. And I am just hoping that most of you already know about Jupyter Notebook, basic about Jupyter Notebook. So I'm going a little bit fast. Then you want this to be initialized. Okay, so how to initialize this of this command? I will explain you each and every line how it is working, why it is not working, and everything. Now I have initialized this particular library, whatever I have. Okay, it have multiple. If you know about, now you guys know, so I think you will be able to understand this. Now, if you that's a good thing you know about DSA now. Now you guys know about DSA. you know about object oriented programming. And what happens is you also know about how to create your own classes. So here also someone have created some class for me, okay, with the same name. In this example, some class they have created, and if we create some class, then we can create multiple functions and constructors here, or methods here. We know we can create multiple method like speak or init method. Means it will initialize everything for me, because I don't know how it is going to connect with the speaker. There could be multiple things. It will first of all find how many speaker I have in my device, then it will connect with the default one, then it will need some more thing. So I don't know. So there are multiple things which it will need. So they might have created some function for us. They might have write support for me. Okay, who have created this library and this class for me. So you know about OOPs. That's why OOPs are very important, because you can create this kind of class. Now your user will just create an instance of this particular class and they can work on it. So here they might have created something which will initialize and everything for me. So for me, it is very simple. I have just initialized it with running this, but behind the scene, it have created this function. So if we use dot if we wanted to call a function for this particular object, or if you have learned about object-oriented programming, otherwise you are learning also. Now here I have stored this in engine, or you can use some other variable also. I can ask engine, you will have to say this thing. Okay, so it could be anything like, hey, how are you? I am running. Okay, I don't know if the spelling is right or not. You can just say. Now it had just remember, like I wanted it to say this particular thing. But if I wanted to run this, now it will know, it will go and it will connect to my speaker. Now it has already connected. It knows where my speaker and everything is. I already initialized. Now it will ask my speaker, the speaker, please go and say this thing to me. So now it will go. So please tell me if you are able to listen what it has spoken. You are able to listen or not? Okay, you are saying no. I think I will have to share my system sound also. So, okay, so let me check if in Zoom how to share my system sound. So same as system. So now you are able to listen it or not? Okay, that's great, Papu, if you are doing it locally. So there is something in Zoom. I don't know how to do it. I think I have already audio setting. I have already done. So audio setting, speaker, microphone. I think same as. So there's something. If you are not able to listen, just try in your system. Just run these 4 commands, and it will work for you. So now your system will be speaking with you. Okay, you don't have to. Yes, I have shared my audio, but it's not working, so I don't know. Okay, so someone is saying I have to stop sharing my screen. So let's try this totka also. So these are some totkas which we have to do sometime. So let's say if you are able to. Okay, so don't worry if it's not working. Just try in your system, it will work for you. And now, if you will ask me why I am using this, why it is not speaking for me, because if I want my assistant to speak multiple things, let's say I'm also wanted to after this, please say I am good to go. Now it will speak all of these things one by one. So it will speak this, then it will speak this, and let's say if after this you wanted some more thing, engine dot say let's say bye, I am going. So something like this. So now it will say first of all this, it will say this, and then it will say this, and then it will stop. So this is how it is working. You guys can try in your system also. This is very simple 3-4 command. So that's how it works, right? we have multiple more option for this particular library. This is not created by me. This is created by someone else in Python. So they have created this particular library. Okay, we have multiple more thing. So here you can see if we wanted to use male voice, so by default it will be male voice only. But they have created some arrays of voices. So if we use the second element of array, you already know about array, then it would be a female voice. So if I wanted to use a female voice, then I can use this particular option. What it will do is it will select now onward, it will speak in the female voice. Means I am just setting some property. I can also set some property like how much fast it should speak. So we have something like we have some speaker who speak very fast. Speaker means, let's say I am speaking very fast. Hi guys, how are you doing? Whatever you are doing, something like this. And you can also make it very slow. It would be like something like Pravachan. Hi, how are you doing, guys? So something like this. You can just change everything with the set property, and now it will work for you. Now it is saying voices is not exist. Why it don't exist? Because I have to first of all get all the detail of voices, because I don't have. That's why it failed. Now it will run for this. So you are not able to listen, but it is speaking now in the voice of female. Now it is not using male voice. So this is how, if you want to connect with a speaker, it is very simple. If you want same thing to do with C++ or some other language, it would be very difficult for you sometime. You will have to do, and you should have a good knowledge also. That's great if you have the background knowledge how these libraries are created. You can see the source code and you can listen from, understand from there. But what mainly matters in the market is how fast you have created your project or product. So let's say if someone have created some Alexa device, so it didn't matter to us whether they are using Python, Java, whatever they are using. It should work properly. It should work very fast. It should come to the market very fast. It should come at a cheapest rate. That's what the consumer want, and that's how all the businesses are working. Okay, so things should be working fine. Okay, and rest thing it didn't matter so much to us. But if as a developer, you should know how these things working behind the scene, so that you can check. And that's why you are learning C++, because there you will see a lot about the background. Like here, even if you don't know about the concept of object and classes, you can work on this. But if you know, then that would be always beneficial, right? So this is also one thing which, if you know, then that would be great. Now there is one more thing. I was saying I don't want to give some command or whatever I wanted this assistant should do for me. If I don't want that I should type it, or I have to type it somewhere and somehow, I don't want this. I want that whenever I will speak something. Okay, let's say I will give it a name. I will give it a name, for example, anything. Okay, John or anything. Whatever name I will give to it, I want that it will understand that I'm asking it, as well as whatever voice command I will give it to him, whether I'm speaking Hindi, English, or any other languages. It should understand it and it should work on it. How we can do this? So currently, you have seen how to connect Python with your speaker. Okay, Python with your speaker. Same thing you can try with your system also. Now we will see how to connect your Python with your microphone. Okay, so now it will understand what you are saying. It will understand what you are saying, and then it will also convert it into text, and then it will also print for you if you want. Let you are saying something like this. I have understand what you are saying. So this is very cool, right? Here we will need some machine learning algorithm. Why we will need? Because what kind of voice you are saying. So if you will learn somewhere in the machine learning, if we will have in Earth, so there we will discuss where we must have explain you everything in very detail. So whenever you speak, some speak frequency and all created. Okay, some you say da will come like this or something will create. Now we have given these kind of sound, a lot of sound, billions of time to our machine learning algo. Now our machine learning algo is very intelligent. It understands whenever there would be a something like this much change or something like this, so it means it is A or whatever there it works. Okay, so this will understand how this machine learning algorithm will help us to convert this particular audio, whatever you have created, into text. Now this machine learning algorithm you can also create, but you should know how this works. In data science, whenever training, we will have this training after summer, I think. This would be a very great training where we will learn and about this. Then you can create your own algorithm so that it will understand your language. Let's say we don't have any particular algorithm which understand, let's say, Bhojpuri language. So you can create your own algorithm for Bhojpuri. You just have to give it a lot of data. Okay. So how you can do it, that we will see later. But now we have a lot of machine learning algorithm already created. These are already created by some of the top companies like Google and all, as well as some free also. We have some open source also. We have. I will show you how to find them. Open source code also we have. I mean, open source means we have the complete GitHub code for it. So that algo we also have. So we can use this also. How to use it? Again, if you wanted to use, then again we have a library for it. We have one more library here, which is about speech recognition. Okay, so you can see this is speech recognition. This is a version which they have. Okay, so library for performing speech recognition. Speech means whatever we are saying. Recognition means to say samajna or understanding that particular recognition. So now it's user supports several engine API online and offline. Why it is saying online and offline? Because whatever I am saying, it will go to use some machine learning algorithm. I already told you. Now this machine learning algorithm might be created somewhere in the cloud. Okay, because these machine learning algorithms are heavy. Okay, they would have some size. They have created. They will have somewhere in the cloud. So we whatever we will say, it will go to this particular server via API. So our complete sound wave, whatever we have seen, it will come here. They will understand it. They will convert text and they will give us the output. So it also, so here we will need some internet. Okay, when we will need internet, whenever we are using the API of some machine learning algorithm which are present in surveillance server. But if same machine learning algorithm we download locally, so we will not need internet. That's why it is saying offline also. So I will show you for both. So like here we have Google Cloud Speech API, means Google will help you to do this. Google is providing it for free. So you will have this, but if you will use it for your business and all, so obviously you will have to pay. But if you will just use for testing and also, it is very free. So if I start now, so I am speaking currently. Let me do this also, where it goes. So I think it is listening to me because I not. So see it, whatever I am saying, it is just typing somewhere here. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so here they have using multiple model. You can see. Let me reload it. Okay, so it is using, it have multiple model behind the scene which it uses, and here we can use select the language also. So there, if I am speaking in Hindi, so I can select Hindi. I think they will have Hindi, Marathi we have, Nepali and Hindi we have. Similarly, by default they have English United States, so it will be this one only. And then I will say I wanted to get I will speak from my microphone. I don't have any file for this, so I will be using like this. So it is very similar. If you have seen the AWS recognition service, okay, I hope you guys were there. So you have seen if we have some speech or something, then it will convert it into text. So it is very similar to this one also. You can use your own AWS that service also. For that you have to use your own API. That also you can do. Hi, how are you guys? Hello. So why it is asking? I am not robot, but still it is asking me. So hello. So you can see it is listening me somewhere, and it is also printing whatever I am doing. Okay, so this is how it works. I will just stop it. Okay, I will come back here. Now, first of all, you will have to install this speech recognition library. How to install it? Again, very similar. You have to just write this particular command. It is already exist for me, but you can install for your side. Okay, that's the first thing. Then you wanted to use, so there are some requirement what it want. So if for you, if it's something don't work, so please check the requirement whatever it is saying. Okay, so this is all required only if you need use microphone as an input device. Okay, we can also provide a file also. Let's say if you have a music file, you can provide it, and then you can do it. Okay, so we have multiple ways for it. You will find the complete detail here. Okay, and that's how it is working. So first of all, I will have to import it. If I have to use this library, so I will have to import it. So that's why I will import it. Okay, and then I will do one more thing. So you can see I have just imported it. The second thing which I will create, so I have just given it an alias, so that I don't have to use speech recognition everywhere because it's a big name. So I have given it alias SR. I can give it anything like Sudhanshu also if I want. So I'm just giving it alias, for example, SR. Now here I have one class recognizer. Okay, so I think recognize. So even let's see. So here you can see it. If you press, so first of all you write SR dot, and then if you press tab, then it will show everything whatever they have. So you can see it here they have recognizer. Okay, and then I can use it. So you can also get the help also if you are using the Jupyter node. Okay, so what does it will do? So it will create an object of recognizer class. Okay, so again, it is very important. You guys already know about object-oriented programming, so I am telling you how it is working behind the scene. Okay, so you don't have to remember anything. Okay, never remember. Try to remember, means try to just learn this. Okay, you just should know the reason behind it. So here when I'm running this, okay, so here this is first of all library, okay, or module. Inside this we have multiple classes. One of the class is recognizer class. Okay, and now what this will do, it will create an object. Okay, it will create an object of this recognizer class. So there would be a recognizer. This would be a class recognizer class. You know, we have class recognizer class. We have constructor here and multiple more things. Okay, and now this class is a part of this particular library. Okay, this class is part of this particular library. And now by creating this particular object which we have created, by creating this object of recognizer class, we can access the various method which is provided by this class. And that's what you know. If we have this class, here we have multiple method. We have multiple method which they have created for us. Now, if I have created an object of this class, so this object, whatever I have created, this can access this particular functions or method. When it can access, if they are public, you know about public, private, access modifier, you already know. So whatever public methods they have, we can access now. Okay, and then we can use it. Okay, so now I will again store this in this R variable, for example. Now this is how normally we write code. So similarly, I am writing also code. Now here the main thing came up. Okay, so here also they have given you some more details. There are multiple things. Now here the main thing is what I want is I wanted to start first of all using my microphone. Then I will listen what I am saying. My microphone would be open till that time, and as I will stop saying, my microphone will stop. So you can see currently you can see microphone icon is here. Why? Because Zoom is using my microphone. As I will close this Zoom meeting, my Zoom will stop using microphone. Similarly, as I will write the command which I'm going to or code which I'm going to write, it will open the microphone, it will use it, but I want it should stop using this microphone as I will stop speaking. So let's say if I give if I don't speak for a moment, let's say I just got print of silence. So you will see if I was not speaking for 2-3 seconds, it should stop using my microphone. Okay, this is how it works. I will explain you like how it is working. So here we can use with. This is the same way. This is the same way if you want that. If you wanted to open a file with Python, okay. So if you know about file handling, you can open a file with Python. Again, we can use with. We can open a file and then we can write here whatever I want to insert in my file. And then as it will reach the last line, okay, then it will automatically stop this file. It will open it and then it will close it. So this will be used. And similarly here also, I want that it will use my microphone, okay, because from there I would be speaking, and this microphone would be my source. Source means from where I am giving the data. This would be my source from where I am giving the data. Now, if I have given this data, now if I don't want any noises and all, because I want that should be very clear, because if I have some noise and all, I wanted to neglect it. So here we have an option. Okay, so let me check about noise and no I see noise, or I think noise. Yes. So here they have some, yes. So here it is saying the solution is to decrease this threshold or called recognizer instance adjust for ambient, and here we can mention the source. Okay, so it would be good threshold value means if it will remove all the noise and all. I think this is a function which we can use here. Okay, recognizer instance dot add and all of these things. How it is coming, because I'm using this particular library. You don't have to remember these things, as you will be seeing about the documentation, because if someone have created this particular library, they would have created some documentation and then we can use the same thing. Okay. Okay, so here we can use here the source, as I want this source. From here I wanted to remove anything I have. Okay, so it is saying is not recognized instance is not defined. Okay, so I have defined this in here. So similar thing I can use. So it is saying recognizer instance, and you know we have already created the object here. So this is the way I have created the object. Okay, you know I have stored this in a variable. Same way you have seen in C++ also. So it wanted that object. So I have already created that object in and I have stored in R variable. So I can directly use here R variable, and then I can go ahead. So this is the one how I will remove these things. Now what I want, that R means this object which I have created. Now this recognizer have multiple method. One of the method it have is listen method. Means now it will listen me. It will hear me whatever I'm going to say. Okay. From where it will listen me? It will listen me from the source. Means whatever source I have given. Which source I have given? Microphone I have given. So it will listen me for my source. And now as it will listen me from my source, then I wanted to store this because it will create now. It will now create some this type of thing, because we are speaking something, right? It will look like something voice we are saying. So we can store this in a variable, let's say audio. Okay, and then I can also print it. So let's see how it works. Audio. Okay, so now you will see I am speaking, so it will just working. It is not stopping. Now I will stop after some moment, and you will see it will automatically come out from here. See, as I have stopped speaking, it remember that now I have stopped speaking, so it again come out from here. And then it is saying I have some object at this particular address, and now this address you can use. But now this audio which we have created, we can't understand anything from this audio, right? Because this is something like these waves which I have explained you. But these waves, we can convert it into text with the help of some machine learning algorithm. From where those machine learning algorithm came from? This came from, let's say here currently we are going to use this speech to text Google Google Cloud. Means this is somewhere in the Google Cloud, GCP Cloud. So obviously we will need some internet. Now it will come here and it will give me my voice, and it will convert it into text, and it will send back to my program. How I can use it? Again, I have this particular object. Now in this class, everything is defined. How to call this API, where this API exists, means it will have some URL and all. Okay, so everything will be taken care by this class. I don't have to think much. I just have to call a method. And that's why you would see why classes and objects are so important. You just have to create one, and then you don't have to even remember one. I just have to remember the method name. How I remember the method name? This is a simple way. They have created some method name here. So they have, here you can see recognize Google Cloud, recognize Bing. Bing also has something. Recognize API if you wanted to give your own API. So they have multiple options. Which one I wanted to use? I wanted to use recognized by Google. And then if Google wanted to recognize this thing, they have this method. So they want a parameter here. What parameter they want? They want my audio, whatever I have spoken. They want that particular voice, whatever I have spoken. And as it will go there, then it will return whatever I have spoken, whatever I have spoken. So let's say I can say whatever I means message or something like, let's say I'm storing in a MSG variable, message variable, and then I can print this message variable. It will tell whatever I have spoken. Okay, let's do it again. I will now start speaking, and let's see how it is recognizing whatever I'm speaking. So now I am speaking. My name is Sudhanshu, and currently we are in a session with Earth learners. So you can see it have understand something, because these are just waves. Okay, these are just waves, whatever I have spoken. Now whatever it have understood from it, it tried to convert it into a text. Now I have said Earth, so it have understand Australian, because they wouldn't, in whatever data we have given to this particular machine learning algorithm, they don't have Earth or something like this. So let's try again. Hi, my name is Sudhanshu. Now you will see it is showing some error. So here behind the scene in this API, they have some confidence, means how much confident you are in some particular case. Even you will, whenever you will create your own machine learning algorithm, you will see about it. Now this is error we are getting from this API, so we don't have to think much, because this is not created by us, this is created by someone else. So it should work. Let's try once again. Hello, my name is Sudhanshu. Okay, so again it is failing. It is saying there we have some error here. It is saying alternative confidence, and if show all result actual, if not is instance raise unknown error, confidence in actual results. So why is it showing error? As such, it didn't throw error. I have tried it multiple times, so it works as such. Otherwise, we can use some other machine learning algorithm. We don't want to use Google. We can use our own. So here in this particular place, you can, if you know about AWS speech recognition service, you can call that particular service if that particular service works better than its AWS service. So currently we are using this Google. I hope it works fine. Let's try again. Hello, how are you? So you can see now it is working fine. How are you? It have understand what I was saying. So why it is sometimes we got error, because this is calling some other API, from somewhere internet. This is public one, so most of the people might be calling it there. It is free also, whatever I'm using. So you can see it have understand what I'm saying. So now we have done two things. Means we are going to create our own assistant. So this would be our assistant. Okay. Now we have given our assistant a ear. Okay. So now our assistant have the ear, means whatever I will speak, this is you. Okay. You are smiling. Now whatever you will speak, your assistant have this ear. Now means if they can understand what you are saying. Okay. This is ear. Whatever the brain they have, it is come from machine learning algorithm, whatever you will create. So this ear they have means whatever you will say, they will understand. They also have the mouth. Okay, they have the mouth, means whatever I will ask it, it will also speak. Okay, so this will also have the mouth. So you can see how this is how we can create our own robot also, because we have given it an ear, we have given it a mouth. If you know something about computer vision, or if you know something about in AI, we have seen it and all. So there you can also give it an eye also. So even in the workshop which Vimal is taking, I think computer vision is a part of that workshop. So there you will see how to give your computer. This is your computer or virtual, or you can see. Now you can give it an eye also to your assistant. Eye means you can give it a computer vision. How to give it? We will create some algorithm. It will capture how we give an eye with the help of camera. It will understand. It will see my face, and then it will also be intelligent, because it will have a brain also. Brain is very important. Otherwise, because whatever our eye see, it always come to our brain. Brain understand what this image is. Is it a laptop? It is a cat or something. Now here we can use some our own CNN algorithm. If you know machine learning algorithm, so it will understand this is an image of dog. So it will say, okay, this is an image of dog. Now that dog, it can speak also that I have understand this is a dog. So we can give ear. We can give this also. We can give nose also if we have some sensor. We have some sensors which can also recognize what kind of smell it is. For example, it is very hard or what kind of. So we can also give here smell also. We can also give it some what we say leg also. How we can give? Now here we can use some sensors, or you can say we can use here some sensors, or you can say here we can use some what we say tire or pahiya, you can say, right? We can give it something like that, and this sensor will trigger only if I want it to move. Whenever I will say robot, please go and move toward right direction, it will understand it. Now here we have our Python algorithm. It will call this IoT device, and this this tire or this will start moving. So it will look like it is also moving. We can also give it a hand also by again with some sensor. We can give it a nose also with some sensor, and that's where you will see about IoT devices and all. So we can create our complete robot kind of thing also. We'll need some information about sensors, devices, robotics, Arduino, or multiple more things. But you don't know. So till now, you will just give it a ear and you will just give it a mouth. That's it. You don't even need to give eye also, but it is very easy. Let's see if in future we will see how to do it. So is it clear till now how we are moving ahead? We can give it two things. Now the main thing came up in the picture. Now we can write the complete algorithm where it will understand, but where it will listen whatever we are saying. It will do the job, and then it will speak. And that's how the complete AI assistant will build. So please tell me if it is clear till now. We have just written a very small code, and we have given two things to our assistant. Now in future, we will add a lot of more thing here. We will add multiple more functionality. We'll add here logic. We will add here logic to call the APIs and lot more things. So I'm hoping it is right. Someone is saying they are getting some error while initializing the engine. So I think they have also mentioned in their website, if you go here, they are saying if you receive errors such as no module name with client, no module name Win32, or no module name this, you need to install py pin w32 module. So please install this module manually, because for me it is already installed. I am already using. So because behind the scene, this library could be using this module behind the scene, whatever method they have created. So you can install it manually. So I hope after this Piyush, it will work for you. Okay. So is it clear till now, anyone? Okay, so you are saying you are getting some error here. Just look into my code. I think this is how you have to write. Here you have to mention exactly the voice ID. So they have only two. Okay, they have only two, means they have male and they have the female one. So they have only two. You can see it. Okay, even I think we can print also. So we can print that if we pick the voice from voices, because we have seen here voices, because it have multiple voices. So it is something like array we have. Okay, if we pick this, and if we now wanted to print the voice, so what it would be. Let me comment them as of now, otherwise they will speak again and again. Now you will see it will have two voices. You can see it have two voices. First is Microsoft David Desktop English, and then it have Microsoft Jira Desktop English. So it is female one. You can say gender none. It is given, but it is male. It is female. 0 is for this. 1 is for this. By default, we write 0 if you don't write this line. So it will pick this one. But if you want female voice, Jira voice, so you can use 1. Okay, is it clear till now? Anything, any issue? I hope this issue is also resolved now. Okay, great. Now after this, rest of the code, where we will integrate it with ChatGPT, where we will do the rest of the coding. We'll see it in our next class. Okay. So what you guys have to do is just be very comfortable with Python. If you haven't started going through these Python videos, please start going through it, because we have multiple more. We don't have just 40 videos. We have more videos. We will share you in future. So please complete till here within the given time, because in Python we can create n number of projects and n number of startups also if you want. So you have to just start doing this so that we can give you some idea, and then you can work with it, right? So I hope you guys will be doing it. So other than this, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. As well as I just wanted to show you one and discuss with you one more thing. So can you please tell me out of here, how many of you know about Industry 4.0? How many of you heard about Industry 4.0, know anything about Industry 4.0? So do you even listen about this, or you are just listening about this first time? You can raise your hand also if you know. Okay, what about this? So you have no idea. You have just a little bit idea. Priyansh have first time. You have first time. I'm heard. So what I will say, guys, that's why I was asking all of you Prachi, you have also heard it first time. That's why I was asking all of you to join this class, because now I will talk a little bit about this. And because whatever project we are creating, it also comes somewhere here also, only. I will show you how it comes. That's why, because this is very critical. We are the engineers. We are the engineers. We should know about Industry 4.0, because this complete Industry 4.0, which is started now, this is because of us engineers only. What is this? So if you remember, you don't need to even remember, like how human civilization started. So I will not go in that much deep. We started initially, we don't know anything. We know about, then we got to know about fire. Then we got to know about tire and all the circle thing we got to know about. Then we created some multiple more things. So we have done a lot of innovation, and that's why, that is the reason we are now at this particular place. So we have multiple industry revolution within this time period, from when the we started and now where we are. Initially, we had Industry 1.0. Okay, this was in the late 18th century. Okay, late 18th century. So this is not history class, but it is very important for you. Being an engineer, you should know. If you don't know, then it have a very huge impact in your careers, and that is the reason most of us don't know about Industry 4.0. What is it? So Industry 1.0 started in late 18th of century, means 1800 and somewhere it got started. Before that, we were not that much intelligent. We learned something, but then Industry 1.0 started. What happened in Industry 1.0? Whenever a new industry came up, there is a drastic change in the market. There is a drastic change in the market. People lose their job and people get a new job. All of things came up when a new industry started. So initially, Industry 1.0 came up when we get steam, when we got to know about steam power. When we got to know about steam power, then we started establishing some industry. We started producing cotton and all. We also started working on agriculture and all. So there are something which started when we have the steam power in the starting. It was very big innovation at that time. In Industry 1.0, there are a couple of more things happened in Industry 1.0, but that's what you can understand. Then we came up with Industry 2.0. And this came up, this was in 18th century. This came up in the 19th century. Okay, this come in the late 18th century. Okay, 18th century means 100 years. So it started from 1800, then it will go till the last of 1800. You know, 1800, 100 or what? How we will write it? So it will go till that. So in the late 18th century, this Industry 1.0 started. Then in the late 19th century, means almost after 100 years. After 100 years, Industry 2.0 started, where we have invented electricity. So if you know about electricity, we are using it everywhere. So in the late 19th century, we have got electricity. Someone have innovated electricity. Because of this, a new industry opened. Now we don't have to be very much dependent on steam power. We have electric power also. Now industry started creating, as well as a lot of job also created. A lot of job got replaced also. Multiple things happened when we had Industry 2.0. Now, after Industry 2.0, it was there for almost 100 years. It was there, even now also we have electricity, right? But after 100 years, in the late 20th century, we have innovated. If you know about electronics, means electronic devices, we have innovated. We have innovated computers. We have innovated telecommunication, means mobile phone and all was innovated. So if you remember, they were we have invented these things in late 20th century. Okay, these things came up in the picture. Industry changed very rapidly when electronics and all of this came up in the industries or in the factories. People started using electricity. People started using computer. Okay, and because of this, a lot of manual job got replaced at that time. Okay, and that was the reason at that time most very manual job got replaced, and telecommunication was there. So all of this post office and all also was not used that much at that time, because this new thing was innovated. Okay, so this is how this is a history of Industry 1.0, 2.0, and then 3.0. This was 3.0. Okay, till this time we were not born, all of us were not born till this time. This happened in our past. Someone from the past, it happened, right? Now it was predicted, like you can see here one cycle, like after 100 years industry 2.0 come, after 100 years industry 3.0 come. Now it was we think that after 100 years industry 4.0 will come. Okay, after 4.0, after 100 years means around 2100 year, means currently we are having 2023. We think after 100 years means around 2100 we will have the fourth industry revolution. These are the revolution. If you know about revolution, means things will completely change. So these are industry revolution. This is a part of history also. So there was industry 1.0 revolution, 2.0 revolution, 3.0 revolution. Now we are in 4.0 revolution. Till now we have computers, we have these things, and you can see how drastic things change. Now what was happening? People think it will come till 2100 year, it will industry 4.0 will come. But because of some companies and because of innovation, the faster innovation, we also came up with internet also in between. These are some things which have changed drastically our complete industry, and that's why they are called as revolution. Okay. Now, just because of a lot of competition, industry come up, internet come up, just after 20-30 years, just after 20-30 years, industry 4.2 is started now. So if you check, then industry 4.2 is started a couple of years back. Okay, we are now in the era of industry 4.2. It was initially predicted it will come here, means we came up here even, means we come here even 70 years before. Okay, we come to this particular industry 4.2 70 years before, means हमें 70 साल बाद ये शुरू होना चाहिए, बट बहुत पहले शुरू हो गया. क्यों शुरू हो गया? बिकॉज हमारे पास इतना इनोवेशन हो गया, कंपनीज आ गई, कंपटीशन आ गया. वी हैव दीज थिंग्स. यू कैन सी एआई. इफ यू विल सी एआई आल्सो, देन लास्ट के कुछ ही साल में एआई इतना चेंज हुआ है कि हमारे पास ChatGPT से टूल आ गया जो हमने सोचा भी नहीं था. हमें लगा था ये तो बहुत बाद में आने वाले हैं, फ्यूचर लगता था हमें, बट ये अब रियलिटी हो गई. वाई? और इंडस्ट्री 4.0 में ऐसी क्या क्या चीजें आएंगी जिससे पूरा रिवॉल्यूशन होगा, चीजें चेंज होंगी. इंडस्ट्री 4.0 में आएगा एआई, और एआई आ भी चुका है. 3D वगैरह आएंगी, तो दैट्स व्हाई मेटावर्स एंड ऑल वगैरह आ चुका होगा, आ गया है, स्टार्ट हो रहा है. IoT आएगा. ओके, all of these things will came, a lot more things will came, blockchain, all of these things came in this industry 4.0, जिसकी वजह से our complete industry will revolutionize, means everything will change very rapidly. फिर से हर बार की तरह जब इंडस्ट्री 1.0 आया था तो बहुत लोगों की जॉब गई थी मैनुअल, बिकॉज स्टीम पावर आ गया था. अब हमको वो मैनुअल वर्क नहीं करना पड़ता जो पहले लोग और जानवर करते थे. इंडस्ट्री 2.0 में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी आ गई तो चीजें और फास्ट हुई, और लोगों की जॉब गई, बट नई जॉब क्रिएट भी हुई. जैसे इंडस्ट्री 3.0 आई, भी कंप्यूटर्स आ गए, तो कंप्यूटर की पूरी एक नई फील्ड बन गई, जिसमें अभी हम लोग भी हैं. सो उसके पहले कंप्यूटर्स के कारण कई मैनुअल जॉब गई, बट कई जॉब क्रिएट भी हुई. सिमिलरली जो अभी आया, लोग बहुत पीपल आर वेरी आफ्टर दैट जॉब विल गो एंड ऑल, बट इफ दे विल सी द हिस्ट्री, विल सी ना, ऑलवेज हमें अपने इतिहास से सीखना चाहिए. अगर वी विल सी और हिस्ट्री, देन लॉट ऑफ जॉब विल रिमूव, but lot of job will create also, okay, in this particular things. So जिसने इस 20th century के आसपास कंप्यूटर वगैरह मास्टर कर लिया, उस you can see they are now the billionaire. कौन सी कंपनीज अभी सबसे ज्यादा खड़ी हुई हैं? जितनी भी कंपनी है सारी टेक्निकल कंपनी है, टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनी है. दे आर समवेयर रिलेटेड टू इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, कंप्यूटर एंड ऑल. सिमिलरली अभी भी यही होगा, बहुत से लोगों की जॉब जाएगी, बहुत से लोगों की जॉब शुरू भी होगी. Who will lose their job? जो कि अपने को चेंज नहीं करेंगे, and who will get their new job? जो कि अपने को चेंज करेंगे according to this, जो कि अभी मार्केट की डिमांड है. And even believe me, if you will see even in America and all, what happening is you know in everywhere how our economy is working. Economy is working because we have some product. Okay, we sell this product, someone will take it, then someone will pay for it. So this is how money circulate in the market, and this is how economic works. Now where this product will create, this will create in a factory. Okay, so whether it is a biscuit or whether it is a hardware or anything, it will create in a factory. Now what is happening in factories? Factories are now moving to complete automation. Means they don't want the manual labor in the factory, let's say for packing or for something or something. They are now using IoT devices, and I have already talked to you about IoT devices. These would be so much intelligent. They will do their work, something will happen, they will trigger another software. So you can see, I was showing you this example, not here. This example, I will trigger something, this will be triggered automatically. Now software will communicate within them, and here 5G will also come. 5G is also started, that's why, that is the reason. So they will trigger each other and they will communicate with each other, and now AI will take the decision, they will do everything. Means complete thing which happened in the factory, all of these tools can do together. For this, the main thing is they should have a good connectivity, and that's why 5G is here. 5G have a good connectivity, it can transfer like a lot amount of data within a second, because it have that much bandwidth. And that's why 5G is a very important point of this industry 4.0, because where this AI, IoT, metaverse, they should have a good connectivity with the cloud and all. Even in industry 4.0, cloud also started somewhere, but now cloud will also go a little bit more deep. Okay, so that is the reason we are industry 4.0. Okay, and if you will see, industry 4.2 is also started. Industry 4.0, not industry baby, industry 4.0. Okay, fourth industry revolution. Okay, is the next phase in the distribution manufacturing sector, divided by disruptive trend, including the rise of data and connectivity. You can see connectivity. How it will come? It will come with 5G. Analytics, human machine interaction, and a lot of more important robotics. How it will come? IoT devices and all of these things will come. Okay, so it is the part in our 21st century, it have started. We are now in the era of industry 4.0. Most of the people will now will be losing their job again, because history will always repeat itself. Most of the people will getting their job, and who will get their job, who will lose their job, it totally depends on how they are upskilling themselves, right? So that is the reason all of you guys are in earth, so it should be a very important for you. Why we are training you in technologies like AI, we are training you technologies like big data, which is also a part in industry 4.0. We have now big data. Initially in 19th century, we don't have that much big data, because everything was just started. Now we have a big data. Now we have AI. Now we have big data. Now we have metaverse, right? Now we have IoT. All of these things are, that's why important, and that's why you should always go through it. Okay, and you and your friends should also go with it. That's why you will survive. Even now also, if you will think, and because I was discussing with a lot of students these days, so they are something like they're in 3rd or 4th year. They know CPP, they know Java, they know somewhere Python also, some basics they know about Java and CPP. They know mainly Python. They know about web development, and that's all. They are saying that's all what I have learned, and now I will sit in placement somewhere, and I think I will get a job. And that is the reason most of people are not getting the job, because you are learning the things which was required in 19th century. Okay, in 19th century, any guy who even know how to use Excel, he was considered as a person who knows a king. He was considered as a king because he knows Excel, how to do filter in Excel, and even a person who knows basic computers, who know how to create a website. Okay, at that time, 19th century, it was a big thing. But now it is not a big thing, man. We have multiple more things created. If you will still stuck here, so you will not be able to move ahead. You should know this as a basic. You should know this because things are made from this only. But you should also know about the next thing or next phase which are coming, and that is the reason. Even Vimal sir have came up with summer internship. Okay, that is the reason. One of the big reason he came up with summer internship, and that is the reason when we were discussing with Vimal sir, and he that's why he have choose a topic like metaverse. Even you guys already know metaverse, IoT, 5G, AR, VR. AR, VR is also now future, and even companies have started using it. These are very in the starting phase. Companies are learning it, using it, trying to use it. They are trying to shift. Okay, cloud, we have DevOps, we have AI. All of these things are the future which we are in the phase of industry 4.0. And that's why you as an engineer should know about industry 4.0, because this is happening for you. You are the one who will be जिनको पहले इससे इफेक्ट होने वाला है. ओके, बिकॉज हम हैं जो टेक्निकली कर रहे हैं, ये सारी चीजें टेक्निकली हो रही. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू गाइज to know about industry 4.0. So here you can see industry 4.0 is a revolutionary the way companies manufacture. So companies जैसे manufacture करती है वही पूरा change होने वाला है. This is how IBM is saying, and that is the reason because हमने पहले ही पढ़ा कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की वजह से जिस कंट्री में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होती है वहीं की इकोनॉमी चलती है, वहीं के लोगों को वहीं कंट्री में पैसे आते हैं. और integrating new technologies, so they will have integration of new technologies, and that's how fourth industry revolution work. This is so much in the trending, okay, and you should know how it works. So here industry 4.0 is revolutionary the way companies manufacture, improve and distribute their product. Manufacturing are integrating new technologies including Internet of Things, IoT, cloud computing, analytics. Who will do analytics for you? Machine learning algorithms will do AI and machine learning into their production facilities and through their operation. All of these things जो अभी manual labor कर रहे हैं, we will have all of these things working together and they will work for it. और इनका इंटीग्रेशन में सबसे बड़ा हेल्प होगा नेटवर्किंग का, जो कि है 5G, जो कि हेल्प करेगा. बिकॉज डेटा जो ट्रांसफर की स्पीड होती है वो बहुत ज्यादा होती है, कंपनीज यहाँ पे हमें चाहिए. ओके, सो यू कैन इवन सी दिस हाउ इट मीन्स एंड हाउ इंडस्ट्री 4.0 इज वर्किंग. सो अब बताओ, नाउ यू गाइज हैव सम बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट इंडस्ट्री 4.0 और नॉट. अब आपसे कोई पूछेगा तो आपको पता होगा इंडस्ट्री 4.0, या फिर आप अपने दोस्तों को बताओगे कि इंडस्ट्री 4.0 है क्या, बिकॉज दे शुड नो. बिकॉज जो लोग अभी कॉलेज में हैं उनको सबसे पहले इफेक्ट पड़ने वाला है. और ये सबसे बड़ी चीज होती है, जब इंडस्ट्री 3.0 शुरू हुआ 19th सेंचुरी के पास. ओके, 19th सेंचुरी के पास इंडस्ट्री शुरू हुआ, लेट 19th सेंचुरी में शुरू हुआ. उस समय बहुत लोगों की जॉब गई आई, बहुत सा मार्केट डिस्ट्रप्शन हुआ. बट अभी 2010 के बीच से 2020 तक यू विल सी मार्केट वॉज वेरी स्टेबल. मतलब जिसको कंप्यूटर अच्छे से आता है उसको अच्छे पैकेजेस मिल रहे हैं, पीपल आर वर्किंग, पीपल आर गेटिंग जॉब. जिसको कंप्यूटर आता है उसको मुंह मोला पैसा मिल रहा है. एवरीथिंग बिटवीन टू इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन, दो इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन के बीच का जो समय होता है वो बहुत ही स्मूथ होता है, चीजें बहुत अच्छे से वर्क करती हैं. हम लोग लकी हैं, मतलब वो लोग लकी हैं जो कि अभी 10-15 साल बाद आने वाले हैं, और क्योंकि उस समय ये सारी चीजें ऑलरेडी प्लेस में होंगी. AR VR ये सारी चीजें ऑलरेडी प्लेस में होंगी, तो वो लोग सीख पढ़ेंगे और उसको यूज करेंगे और बिल्कुल कॉमन सी लाइफ जिएंगे. प्रॉब्लम उनको होती है क्योंकि जब भी कोई नई चीज आती है तो जो उस नए फेज में होते हैं उनको प्रॉब्लम होती है हमेशा, बिकॉज वो नए फेज से गुजर रहे हैं. उसके बाद चीजें फिर से स्टडी हो जाती है, सिंपल हो जाती है. तो वहां पे जो लोग आएंगे उनके लिए इजी होगा. दैट्स व्हाई अगर किसी से बात करोगे 1980s एंड 70s में कंप्यूटर से वर्क करना उनके लिए हार्ड था, बट 2010 से लेकर अभी तक कंपनीज और कंप्यूटर वगैरह में वर्क करना बहुत इजी था. बिकॉज बहुत चीजें लोगों ने टेस्टिंग कर ली, लोगों को पता है, यू हैव द कम्युनिटी, यू हैव एवरीथिंग, आपको पता है कि आपको करना क्या है, बिकॉज क्या मार्केट में चल रहा है. तो एक तरह से हम लोग लकी हैं. अनलकी भी है कि हमारे टाइम पे ही इंडस्ट्री 4.0 स्टार्ट हो गया. अगर ये 10-25 साल बाद होता तो आप जो भी अभी कर रहे हो आप वही करते रहते, आपको पैसे भी मिलते, आपको जॉब भी मिलती, सब चीज चंगा चलता. बट वी आर लकी एंड अनलकी बोथ. वी आर लकी बिकॉज हम इस सारी चीजों को देख पाएंगे अपने आंखों से, हम चीजों को सीख पाएंगे. आप चाहो तो मिलियनियर भी बन सकते हो by using these things. और this non lucky also because अब आपको नई चीजें सीखनी पड़ेगी, बिकॉज आप पुरानी चीजों में वर्क नहीं करेगा, बिकॉज अब चीजें रिवॉल्यूशनाइज होगी. That's why it is. That's great, Sehbaz, if you are doing some BTech in automation robotics, but you should know the basics as well as internal how things work, as well as see how market is working on this. Okay, so that's how Sehbaz it works. I hope it is also clear with you guys. So सबको clear है about industry 4.0? Being an engineer, we should know. Okay, so it should work. And now one more announcement with you guys. Okay, so we have just हमने सिर्फ अर्थ स्टूडेंट्स को invite किया for this particular class. और announcement is something like we are planning. Linux World is planning that we will now come to different colleges. Okay, so different colleges in the India. Okay, we will come to different colleges in India. We will give them some workshop. Okay, so some free workshop. It will be completely free workshop. It will be free workshop. Let's say we will train them in AI or Python or DevOps. We have multiple things. We will train them in very basics, just in 1 or 2 days. So हम 2 या 1 दिन की workshop करने का सोच रहे हैं in different colleges of India. And you guys are already in the colleges. So what you can help us, you can just discuss in our behalf with your management team in your college. आप उनसे बात करो, and if you can convey the message like the next word, you already know everything about us. You are our family. So they wanted to come because they wanted to train people, as well as they also wanted them to realize कि क्या चीजें behind the market में हो रही है. Because अगर आप आंख बंद कर लोगे तो चीजें बंद नहीं हो जाती, चीजें will be there. So क्या चीजें behind the इंडस्ट्री 4.0 क्या होता है, AI क्या है, क्या ये सारी चीजें क्यों आ रही हैं. लाइक आपको भी नहीं पता था, वैसे आपके दोस्तों को भी नहीं पता, आपके कॉलेज लोगों को भी नहीं पता. और बिलीव मी, अगर इंडिया का यूथ नई चीजों को जानेगा तो इंडिया की इकोनॉमी अच्छी नहीं होगी. इंडिया की इकोनॉमी नहीं अच्छी होगी तो इंडिया में गरीबी होगी तो सिविल वॉर्स होते हैं. सो एवरीथिंग इज वेरी रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर. आप जो भी एक्शन करते हो उसका रिलेशन आप रिलेटेड आपको सोसाइटी में पड़ता है. तो यू कैन टेक अ स्टेप टू हेल्प योर कॉलेज. आपको सिर्फ अपने कॉलेज में हेल्प करना है. यू जस्ट हैव टू कन्वे कि दे वांटेड टू कम. दे विल नॉट चार्ज एनीथिंग. दे विल जस्ट कम. दे विल जस्ट train them. They will just aware them, and you know how we train. So Vimal sir can also come to your college. So that would be a big thing. Like Vimal sir would be coming to your college and they will be providing training. Okay. So are you guys with me? Are you guys with us in this? Like, will you help us to reach out to your colleges so that aap jahan bhi ho, in which and whatever colleges you are, we will come to you. Thanks, Priyansh, Shantan, and all for showing your support, Himansh. Believe me, if you guys are doing it for your college, for your community, for your friends, okay, if they will have a good future, then India will have a good future, and you will also have a good future, because society always pays back. Okay, so this is our work. So yes,
thank you, Sudhanshu bhaiya. Guys, as you know, like हम एक vision पे work कर रहे हैं, making India future ready. Okay, so what we want a small kind of support from you all side is कि एक छोटा सा details आपका HOD का number आप share कर सकते हो, आपका email ID आप share कर सकते हो. I'm sorry guys, I'm speaking in Hindi, okay, because you know it's coming from my heart to you. Okay, so एक छोटा सा detail अगर आप share कर सकते हो तो we can reach to the maximum learners. Okay, maybe आप इस ईयर या मे बी नेक्स्ट ईयर आप पास आउट हो जाए आपके कॉलेज से, बट आपका एक इनिशिएटिव आपके कॉलेज के जो आने वाली जनरेशन है या आने वाले स्टूडेंट्स है वो उसका बेनिफिट उठा सकते हैं. ओके, सो जस्ट अ स्मॉल सपोर्ट. आई थिंक वी हैव शेयर्ड वन फॉर्म. ओके, विल नॉट बी शेयरिंग दिस इन योर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप और एनीथिंग. ओके, सो जिसको भी ऐसे जो भी लर्नर्स को सपोर्ट करना है, दे कैन डायरेक्टली कॉपी पेस्ट और कीप दिस फॉर्म विथ यू एंड दे कैन जस्ट फिल द डिटेल्स ओवर देयर. Okay, so we'll be sharing this in the chat box.